Hi gang, I'm going to show you how to make my breakfast smoothie. If you're a client or you've taken my classes, you've probably heard me talk about this drink. It's what I have most mornings or some variation thereof. Lots of protein, lots of good fats, keeps me going for hours at a time even when I'm doing really hard work. So I'll show you, I think, maybe 2 variations of this drink that I usually have, and feel free to just experiment and change it however you want. Let's get to it. So here's the lineup of ingredients that makes up my usual morning blended drink. I'll go through the ingredients one by one and then I'll give you a full list at the end of the video. Now this is enough for one person, what I'm about to show you, so you can just multiply this by the amount of people that you're making this for. 2 cups of fresh spring water that I collect myself from a local spring. The choice of water is really important. You really want the best water possible to be the base of any good herbal or blended drink. And 1 teaspoon of sweetener. Sometimes I'll use this local raw honey, and then most of the time I'll use coconut sugar, which is a really nice low glycemic sugar that's a little higher in nutrients than your average sugar. A teaspoon is all that I need per person. So, I mean, for me, this is just 1 teaspoon. I find that more than that can be a little too much sugar, although sometimes I'll add just a touch more if I'm going to be really active physically. And this is a tablespoon of Ariba Nacional cacao powder, raw chocolate powder, which is really phenomenal. Very, very high in minerals, very, very high in some amazing herbal components. It's pretty much just a feel-good and energizing herb. And this is about a tablespoon. Sometimes I will have less, but I will rarely have more because it's just too energizing otherwise. Tablespoon of coconut oil. This is usually the oil that I put in there. I'll add more than a tablespoon if I'm going to be very physically active, up to 2 tablespoons, but generally it's about a tablespoon. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia. This is about 2 tablespoons. Chia seed is an amazing food that thickens the drink up. It's filled with a lot of soluble fiber, so it thickens up in water. Absolutely loaded with omega-3, far more than flax seeds. And the saturated fat in the coconut oil helps the omega-3 in the chia to absorb into your body more efficiently, so it's a perfect pairing. And then a vanilla bean. This is actually half a vanilla bean, so here's a whole one. You can get vanilla beans far cheaper on eBay and at various places online. I got these for the equivalent of about 35 to 45 cents each instead of $2, and I have probably 200 of them. This is just part of my stash. Let's see, if you don't have a high-powered blender, then you're just going to want to use vanilla extract, because you need a blender that's going to be able to blend up this kind of fibrous bean. And then oftentimes I'll add a little bit of vanilla cream sweet leaf stevia. This is a really nice stevia extract that is a whole leaf stevia, so it's not the liquid isolated kind of white synthetic form of stevia, with a vanilla flavor. Maybe half the time I'll use that. And that's pretty much it. Now sometimes I'll omit the cacao powder and I'll add blueberry, and then sometimes I'll actually mix them, so it's kind of a blueberry chocolate drink. But you can make all kinds of variations of this recipe. If I'm going to make a chocolate drink and use the cacao, I'll add reishi, I'll add mucunya, I'll add all kinds of different herbs and make kind of an herbal mocha latte, which is really delicious. So I'm going to blend all this in my Vitamix blender and show you the end result, and then give you the full list of ingredients at the end. This is the Sun Warrior protein that I highly recommend. I've been using it for the last 2 or 3 years, and it's extremely digestible. Pretty much nothing like it on the market as far as I know. So after I put everything in here, I also added a half teaspoon of reishi concentrated extract and a teaspoon of mucunya concentrated extract, and they blend really well with the cacao powder. And the cacao kind of acts as an herbal delivery system for those, kind of opening the body up to those herbs. Cacao is excellent that way. It's similar to ginger in that it kind of opens the body up to receive the other herbs, dilates the capillaries, enhances metabolism, digestion, etc. So now I'm just going to blend this up and show you the result.
La bandera de Alemania tiene 3 ampollas mansas llenas de florigramas en sus pies, en sus pies. Y se llaman Staebroschka.